Hello YouTube friends, Dr. Teresa here again. Today I'm bringing you another question from Crown Tail Half Moon. And Crown Tail Half Moon wanted to know my process for mixing salt water. So I'm preparing salt water in my Seahorse tank and using reverse osmosis water here. So I do rinse out the bucket first, and then I fill it with salt, and I usually use about 4 scoops, and that scoop is about a half a cup. It's actually a half cup size measuring scoop. And you'll notice I have my bucket on some rollers, like a plant stand with rollers, just to make it easier to move around, especially when it's filled with water. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add reverse osmosis water. I do go to the store and fill up my 5-gallon bottles, and I'm going to fill this to almost to the top here. There we go. And I did leave a little bit at the bottom because sometimes I don't need the entire 5 gallons, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to get one of my old power heads, and I'm going to plop that in there and plug it in. And you can see it's starting to circulate the water, and I'm just moving it around a little bit so that it's starting to blow some of that salt around and disintegrate it a little bit. And then I just put the lid on it once it's going and let it sit for a couple of hours. And you can see that plant stand there a little bit better. And then I use a hydrometer. I get ready to turn off the power head, and there's a green area, and the goal is to shoot for that green area. I try to get as close as I can to that 1.020 mark at the very top at the green mark there. So let's check at where it landed. And I do have the power head off, otherwise it'll swirl the water around too much to get a stable reading. So it looks like it is just below that desired green band. So I'm going to add the rest of that water from the bottle into there. Yeah, just a little bit too salty yet. So I'm adding the remainder of the water from the bottle. Okay, and when we take a look, definitely better. We're in that green band area, but I'll get a more accurate reading when I turn on the power head again and let it sit for a little bit longer, maybe another 30 minutes or so. And then I'm going to check it again, turn off the power head, wait for the water to still. And it's right where I like it, right at the top of that green band. I try to aim for that 1.020, but I don't worry if it goes a little under or a little higher. And I use the same process more or less for my brine shrimp water, but I use tap water instead of reverse osmosis water. Well, I hope you found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I always appreciate you being here with me, and if you have more questions, please reach out. I'm enjoying making videos about them. Take care.